What's up, Rock Camp? What's up, keyboardists? Talia here, and I'm here to teach you something about genres of music and different sounds. I'm also going to show you some of my favorite piano tricks. So let's get going. There's a cool thing. We talked about it when we did our cover video, how you can look up how to learn songs. You can look up backing tracks. Backing tracks are generally without vocals. They're just a track that plays a style of music, and you can say piano-less backing track in a genre that you want to learn or you want to play to, and there are a ton of videos that you can listen to, play, and play along. So I'm going to show you something here. One of my favorite genres of music, when I think about pianos, I think about reggae music. Bob Marley, lots of awesome artists. So I'm going to pull up a backing track, and I just wrote in piano-less reggae backing track into YouTube, and I found something. And it's going to count me in. Something I first noticed about this song, right? 1 and 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it tells me the key of the song. We talked about keys last week. The key of this backing track is in C minor. Ooh, there's something cool there too. I'm going to show you a C minor chord real quick. You take your right hand, put your thumb on the C. You can put your middle finger or your pointer, whatever's more comfortable, on the E flat. So when you find your C, just know it's your second black key. Or learn your keys. It'll help you a lot. And then I'm going to use my ring finger right here on a G. Do you hear how that sounds different than a C major chord? That's called a C major because my thumb is still starting on the C, or the chord is a C. But all I do is move this finger from this E, this white key, up to here to an E flat. All right, so we're going to play to the backing track, and let me show you something. So I'm just playing the same chord. Even though the band is doing a bunch of other complicated stuff, what I'm playing sounds awesome with it because it just is the right key and I'm playing in the right groove. One of my favorite things about piano is it doesn't play the same rhythm that every other instrument plays. It often plays an accent rhythm and it stands out. So I was playing in a piano sound, and that's great. But when I play reggae music, I like to play in a clavinet sound. Your piano probably has something that sounds like this. You can look it up. It's a clav sound. You hear how that sounds different than a piano sound, again. So I could do the same rhythm with a different sound. And what am I doing with my left hand there? I'm kind of adding a little on the 1, right? So 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. You can hold it down. You can hold down a low note, right? So that's just to show you the different, it's called an offbeat or playing on the and. And that's traditionally what you would play with reggae music, but it doesn't mean you have to play that. So that C minor chord is pretty fun to play, right? You could just play C's. Just practice doing that. And you can do it with one note. You can do it with just part of the chord. 2 hands, you know? You could do octaves like we learned. Right? 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. All right, now I'm going to talk about blues music. So I searched blues backing track, piano less. And I love blues music. It is the foundation to a lot of music. A lot of music started with the blues. Hip hop started with the blues. It's pretty awesome. With blues, you could use any of the keys sounds, really, whatever you really like. If you listen at the beginning of this track, you hear something that's called an organ sound. Your piano most definitely has an organ sound on it, so go find it. So you hear that? It's sustained. The organ sound is awesome because it has a sustained sound. And all I could do is just hold down 2 notes if I wanted. 1 note. The entire time, that's all I could do is just hold 1 note if I wanted. I'm going to show you a B minor chord now, okay? So we've been playing a lot of majors. These are your minor chords. On the piano, a B minor, you would put your thumb on the B. You would put your middle finger or your pointer finger on the D. And then you put your ring finger on the F sharp on this black key. That's a B minor. You see how I'm doing that? And that like 1 and 2 and. You feel the different rhythm that I'm playing? And even though the band is changing to different chords, I'm just staying right on the B minor. What's often really cool about blues music is they often do the same patterns. They'll do the same chord changes. They might be in different keys. We've talked about keys. So these songs might start in a different place, but their pattern is generally the same. So on this song, they're going from B up to E, and it sounds like an E minor. E minor's thumb on the E, finger on the G, the other finger on your B. The next chord is an F sharp minor. My thumb on the F sharp, my finger on the A, and my ring finger on the C sharp. That was tough because it has 2 black keys. But if you just memorize these or you pause this video and write this down and practice it, you could play 2 B minor blues songs. And let me show you the progression. So it's in the B right now. Goes up to the E. Back to the B. It's going to go to that F sharp, to the E, to the B. And I know that sounds hard, but it's really not once you start to practice it and really do it a lot. Now, some of this stuff is more intermediate or advanced. But we want to give you tools to learn songs and to stay excited about these songs. If you like a song, you can look up the chord changes and play along with it. It'll make it easier. Now I'm going to play a pop backing track. With pop, I would probably go back to my piano, but you could use any piano sound in pop music. There are no rules. So you can really hear the piano in this song. This wasn't piano-less, but I wanted to hear the idea and play along to it. And what's really cool is that it will show you these chord changes, which is a lot, but you really can just play C major. You know, play around too. Play your notes. Do they sound good with the song? Do they sound weird with the song? Something that also sounds pretty cool with pop music is a synthesizer sound or a string sound. I'm just holding down my C chord the whole time. And what you could do and make it sweet is you can just hold down your notes, whichever notes you want to play. Do you hear how it's getting louder and quieter? All I'm doing is turning my volume knob with my left hand. So I'm using my right hand to play my notes and using my left hand to do my volume. So if you want to create tension in your song, or you want to make, a big moment happen in the song, something like that could be really cool, where you start out really quiet and you build it. This next style I'm going to show you is country music. I don't play a whole lot of country, but what I do like about it is that it's fast and it's dancey. A lot of country is very similar to the blues too. And this one's in C major. So we're playing C minor. That last one on the pop one is C major. This is C major too. And it has similar changes that the blues does. All I'm doing there is dragging my finger to the note that I want to play. A lot of times that can be a really cool trick when you're just trying to add some stank to what you're doing. And again, these will tell you what the chord changes are so you can hear them. You hear how the song changes notes? You'll want to learn how to play along to all of that, right? So it's in C. It's going to go up to F. Remember F, C, up to G, and it does that the entire song. So again, C, F, back to the C, G, C. And if I went too fast there, I urge you to pause it, rewind, and do it again. Now there's way more genres of music than what I've even begun to show you here. There's hip hop, there's electronic music, there's jazz music, there's so much. So I urge you, when you hear something you like it, and you don't know the genre, you can always look it up. Now I'm going to show you one of my favorite piano tricks. There's something that's called a pentatonic scale. You might have heard of that vocal group, the Pentatonics. It's for a reason. The pentatonic scale in music is used in a lot of music. The minor and the major pentatonic. I'm going to show you what's called a minor pentatonic in A minor. And why I like this one, and it's a good place to start, is because you play only your white keys. And I'll show you what I mean. I'm showing you how to solo now, not just play a rhythm track, but how you would maybe want to put your voice into the song. And they're called solos. And this one I wanted to do in a funk backing track, my other favorite kind of music. All right, so I'm going to show you. This starts in A minor. That's all I can do right there, and that sounds good. And I think now that I hear it, I want to change my piano sound. I like to do what's called an electric piano. An electric piano, or it might be called an E piano on your piano. This one gives you a more warm sound than a piano does. Has a cool feel to it. My A chord is my thumb on the A, my pointer on the C, and my middle on the E. Or play it how you like it. With your ring finger, with your pinky, like that. It really is preference. Again, all that matters is you're playing the right notes. So I'm going to show you some rhythmic stuff, then I'm going to show you what's called soloing. Some fast notes. You can match the bass like. Or just go. I'm gonna hang out here, right? And I'm gonna come in again on the one. It doesn't have to be complicated, it just has to be fun. All right, soloing. Right now, I'm just doing this with 2 fingers. You're like, well, that sounds cool. That must be hard. No, what I'm doing is not proper technique, but what I'm doing is put my own style into playing, right? But here I can play any of these keys and they sound good. Every single key, every white key. Have fun. Look up these backing tracks. Look up a backing track in A minor. Play your A minor chord along with it. But then have fun jamming to it. It is called jamming. And it can be a really cool part of the song to add your own style. Another fun thing to do. Right? I'm faking it, y'all. I'm just having fun. I'm just playing piano. And I guarantee you could look up a backing track in A minor and jam to it and it would sound good. Another thing, you can play these black notes if it's real quick. Like I showed you before. Touch it and bring it down. End on a white key. This is the A minor pentatonic scale. It's awesome. It's endless. It'll keep you playing music all night long. And we're just going to take it out and jam a little bit. And I'm going to put a couple of different sounds here. Thanks for watching. Rock Cam. Got the organ now. Have fun and keep jamming. All right, it's your turn to try jamming on this song now. Have fun.